One cool thing about collecting pretty much anything is just if you have a good community around it. And with tap handle collecting, it's kind of a niche thing, and by that I mean very much a niche thing. But regardless, there's a lot of really, really cool collectors and really friendly people out there. And if it is something where you're looking at getting into tap handle collecting, you can also search for, aside from searching for tap handles, you can also search for, I think it's called Bruania events or something like that. I'm totally mispronouncing the name, but it's essentially beer things. So there's people that collect beer signs, there's people that collect beer glasses, there's people that collect old beer cans. So if you've ever like seen like a wall of beer cans or stuff like that, a lot of times that'll be collectors, and some of those are worth crazy money. But with any of those groups, it's kind of like you end up having another group of people that's into it. And one thing I do like about beer tap handle collectors is a lot of collectors are collecting certain taps. And so that means that if they've got taps that aren't the thing that they're collecting, then you can kind of like trade and swap and stuff like that. So it's super cool. And going along with that, you hear a lot of cool conversations and tidbits of information about it. And that's one of the things I heard about Budweiser Select. So, at least what I heard from one person is that Budweiser Select, initially when it came out, it had semi national distribution. So, it had, I believe it was like actually in most places that you could actually find Budweiser Select. And this is one of their slightly older tap handles. I think that this would have been like either late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in that general vicinity of time. But this is a fairly common style of tap handle. It's a pub style and it's got a topper on it. And then this is the ferrule right here, the attachment that goes onto the beer tap faucet. And one of the things I actually heard about Budweiser Select is that they pulled back their distribution from a lot of different places. And I believe, at least according to what I was told by some other person, it's really just around the brewery is where you can now find Budweiser Select. So it still apparently is still on tap in certain places. Most of those are supposed to be just directly around the brewery, although there may be some other breweries that still are able to get it. And with Budweiser Select, there is this tap handle. There's a couple of other slightly more recent tap handles. They're a little bit smaller in size. They've got a slightly different design, a little bit different from the pub style ones. I think I've got an old video with them. And then I believe there's actually one that you can still find on the Budweiser store. So if you're looking to get these new, you can always go directly onto the Budweiser store. If you're looking for anything vintage, you can always let me know. I can try and help you find them. I believe that I have these up in my store, at least one of them right now.